2 weeks and 2 days since convicted felon and con artist Donald Trump has been sworn in to be president of the United States. And he is having a fireside chat with a smug war criminal, Benjamin Netanyahu, about the United States occupying Gaza. We speed up Trump's voice so it's a little bit more digestible, but it's important that we all hear this.
They're going to tell me no. I don't think they're going to tell. I think they're going to tell Biden no, and I think they're going to tell other people no.
So you think it will happen at the end?
I think there's a good chance. Yeah.
How many people are you thinking about?
All of them. I mean, we're talking about probably 1,000,007 people, 1,000,007, maybe 1,000,008. But I think all of them. I think they'll be resettled in areas where they can live a beautiful life and not be worried about dying every day.
Well, the reason they're worried about dying every day is because the man sitting next to you. Humps?
It's unbelievable because basically what he is saying is we're going to just completely get rid of all the Palestinians in Gaza. The United States is going to control it. And then Israel, they'll be buddy-buddy. It's a win-win for everybody. In other times, wouldn't this be considered ethnic cleansing, or am I making that up?
It's absolutely ethnic cleansing. This is, and Democrats right now are coming out saying he's doing this as a distraction. Quit saying that. Start taking everything he says for real. He left breadcrumbs through all of his campaigning. He talked about Jared Kushner and Donald Trump talked about what a great piece of real estate Gaza is. There is a power grab of epic proportions going on. Also, news leaked yesterday that they want to replace every single bit of the workforce at the CIA. Every single bit of it they have offered paid leave to. So this is incredibly problematic. If you look at the history of Palestine and Israel, what originally started all of this was relocating the Palestinians in the first place after World War II. Historically, this is a nightmare. It's a human rights nightmare. This is a disaster and puts us in line with the war criminals of the world, with the Putins, the Benjamin Netanyahus, the Viktor Orbans. This is a 911. And if I see one more Democrat in the Senate, and I mean one more, vote yes on one of his cabinet members, I'm going to take my laptop and throw it across my house. These people are in on the whole thing. You're going to have to quit playing politics as usual and going through the normal norms. We're past that. We're in a post-norm constitutional crisis, America. This is a huge problem. And you can see how smug Netanyahu is. None of this is going to make Israelis safe. None of this is going to make Americans safe, aside from the fact that Pumps is right. It's ethnic cleansing. All right, the next clip in the just parade of dipshit ideas that he had yesterday, he wants to dismantle the Department of Education. So let's hear that clip.
Education Department. Why nominate Linda McMahon to be the Education Department Secretary if you're going to get rid of the Education Department?
Because I told Linda, I hope you do a great job and put yourself out of a job. I want her to put herself out of a job. Education Department. So we're ranked number 40 out of 40 schools, right? We're ranked number 1 in cost per pupil. So we spend more per pupil than any other country in the world. And we're ranked at the bottom of the list. We're ranked very badly. And what I want to do is let the states run schools. I believe strongly in school choice. But in addition to that, I want the states to run schools. And I want Linda to put herself out of a job.
So do you want to think that's something?
All right, that's enough. Okay, so let me tell you what happens when the states run schools. And let me tell you why we're 40th. And it's because of all of the red states. Our state, Oklahoma, is ranked 49th in education. We have school choice. We have all the dumb ideas that MAGA proposes. And students are getting dumber in Oklahoma. The test scores are dropping. You have unhinged parents at school board meetings losing their minds about imaginary drag queens running around the schools in Bible Belt, Oklahoma. It's mayhem, it's chaos, it's nuttery, and all these policies are going to do, if he dismantles the Department of Education, guess who's going to hurt the most? Red states. Red states are the ones that are going to feel this the most. Pumps.
What is so terrifying about this is a state like ours, 49th in education, run by a complete nut. This school choice is basically, let's have the government pay for Christian indoctrination and education. That's first. Then you have these programs that the Department of Education provide are Head Start, are going to disproportionately affect rural communities, special needs pupils. It is going to make the dumbing down of America so fast tracked. And it is so unbelievable to me that his base, who is going to be the ones most affected by this, are going to say rah, rah, rah. Now, one thing I want to say, when he nominated the WWE CEO to run the Department of Education, I thought something's up with that because you couldn't possibly think she's qualified. But now we know he wants her to run, shutter it down because he loves the poorly educated because they love him. This is a sad state for America. And this whole Gaza situation, I look at it and I think, is that America first? Is that what the MAGA voter base voted? They want only Americans, America first, God and guns. How does sending troops and millions, maybe even billions of dollars to Gaza advance the America first agenda? These are all questions that will not be answered by any stretch of the imagination. But it's just, like you said, we're 2 weeks and 2 days in, and it is so beyond the pale of what has happened. I couldn't have imagined how bad it would be.
I think that's the problem, is that nobody can imagine what he would do. And he tells you, he films it. He's the most filmed president I've ever seen. He's on TV every single day, megaphoning these horrible ideas. He rallied after rally after rally, jet stream of bullshit of all of these terrible ideas. There was a big, thick book called Project 2025. And at every turn, anybody that could stop this man didn't do it. Nobody stopped him. The electorate didn't stop him. Mitch McConnell didn't stop him. The Democratic Party didn't stop him. The Department of Justice didn't stop him. No one will stop him. The Democrats right now are voting in the Senate. They're voting yes on Bondi, and some people are voting yes. Marco Rubio passes unanimously. This is not how we campaigned. This is fascism. He's going to be a dictator. Guess what? 2 weeks, 2 days, we have a fascist dictator in charge of the United States. And so you don't appease. There's zero appeasement. Your votes, everything you do is going to be on the record for history to always see. I saw this clip of Chuck Schumer down doing chants, "We will win. We won't back down." And it's like, okay, listen up, MFer. You guys have got to grow some fangs and do not pass one thing. Get every lawyer, every legal organization on the planet, file suits, jam this shit up, put everybody on the record. Let all of the Republicans sit in this. Let them all own this. Why does the MAGA base not care about defunding education pumps? Because they don't want to be educated. There has been a decades-long assault on facts and on education and how woke being educated is. So they're like, yeah, being educated is stupid. That's kind of the base that we're dealing with. All right. Please support our podcast by supporting our sponsors. We're going to take a quick break from the raining. So please go along with us here. You guys, I run a small business. I'm an interior designer when I am not a podcaster, and my business phone has become my home phone. My home phone has become my cell phone. I just get hammered all of the time. That's why I'm so happy to share with you guys about OpenPhone. It is the #1 business phone system. They'll help you separate your personal life from your growing business.
What's so great about OpenPhone is that after a call is made, a generated transcript tells you who took the call, what was said, as soon as you hang up. So you know what's going on the calls that come in and out of your office, and you don't have to be on them.
For just $15 a month, you get complete transparency and visibility into everything with your business phone number. Right now, OpenPhone is offering 20% off your first 6 months when you go to openphone.com/IHIP. That's OPENPHONE.com/IHIP for 20% off 6 months. Again, that's openphone.com/IHIP. And if you have existing numbers with another service, OpenPhone will port them over at no extra charge. Okay, back into the abject shit show that is the United States of America. Here's a clip right here of Trump wanting to deport American citizens to El Salvador.
Secretary Rubio announced a deal this week that would allow potentially American citizens for criminals to be put in a different country. Is that something you're looking to do?
No, I didn't know that he announced that yet, but if he did, it's fine. Yeah, we have hardened criminals, horrible people. You see them pushing people into subways. The train is coming. Last week, guy walking around, just sees somebody waiting for the train. Train's coming 40 miles an hour, and he gets pushed into the subway. And that happens all the time. These are sick people. If we could get them out of our country, we have other countries that would take them. It's no different than a prison system, except it would be a lot less expensive, and it would be a great deterrent.
Okay, I've heard enough. Every day is Christmas morning if you are an adversary of the United States of America.
Right.
Every single morning that you've woken up since January 20th is Christmas morning. Our entire democracy is dismantling before our eyes. The Senate Democrats have got to grow a pair and resist every single thing. You do not use the language that we'll work with him where we can. That is over. That fairy tale is over. Voting for any nominee that wants to go in perpetuity as being a part of this regime, Pam Bondi, Marco Rubio, RFK Jr., any of these flea bags, going along with any of them, period, is appeasement to a Nazi fascist regime, period. And so the Democrats, it has to be across the board, a full-blown rebellion, beyond resist, a total rebellion every single day, using everything, every resource available to you, mobilizing people, mobilizing the general public with you, because it's moving so quickly. He's moving at such a rapid rate that this type of rate of complete realignment of a government is only seen immediately after a coup. Mm-hmm. And the rate at which he's moving, they're moving this quickly on purpose. Elon Musk has his teenage friends that have already recoded the Treasury Department computers. They've coded them. He's got this information forever. So don't say stuff like, we've got to get our information back. It's gone.
Right.
It's totally gone. So this is a 911. The whole entire country is on fire. And I mean it. Do not vote for one fucking person that he's putting forward. They're all in on it. Every single one of them is in on it.
Yeah, I mean, Marco Rubio is all in on all of the things that Trump is saying. Yes, let's deport American citizens that are criminals to foreign countries. No human rights, civil rights, due process. Who cares about that? 99-0 approved. It's gross.
And that vote will live forever.
Yes.
That vote will live forever. And while the Democrats are dithering, you're doing exactly what Merrick Garland did. And I know that every single Senate Democrat is saying, Merrick Garland fucked us. He screwed us so hard that he didn't do it. Well, you know what? The buck stops with you now. You are the resistance. Every single thing they put forward, good idea, bad idea, indifferent, all of it, hard no. That is the only way. And then mobilizing law groups to mass lawsuits that move rapidly and quickly and make it their way up to the Supreme Court. Put everybody on record. Check every single branch. That's the only thing that I see, but I'm no expert in this.
I completely agree. The legal system is going to be absolutely imperative into slowing down this chaos. Let's see if they do it.
Okay. Stick with us for more great news. We'll see you later.